So anybody wondering, we're out here at our latest project, just passed operation approval with the state of New Hampshire. And this is kind of what it looks like when you wrap up a system. Get Schedule 40 coming out of the building. Hits the septic tank, precast. There's all your lids. There's a couple of filters in each one of these. And then we run SDR 35 solid down to the field. We always bed it in sand and dense grade as needed. It goes over to a D box. So that's what your D box looks like before you ever backfill it. Underneath that whole area is a foot of stone with perforated SDR 35 PVC pipe to distribute the effluent throughout the area. We then cap that with a Marafi fabric to protect it from silts and fines filling up the voids of the stone. And over here, the last part is we have a vent. Helps the bacteria and all that good stuff break down the effluent a little bit more and keep the system going for a little longer. Kind of helps everything breathe. So this is our latest system. We're wrapping it up today. A little backfill. Then we're on to the next one. Got the 315 warming up this morning. All right, just getting a little bit more in depth in this D box, distribution box. So the effluent coming out of the septic tank is going to flow into this D box right here. And right here is your perf pipe leaving. Kind of hits a manifold and then it all runs parallel with the hill coming down. As you can see right there, it's got to run parallel with the contours. There's a manifold on the other end. So this kind of distributes the effluent in an equal way across the whole entire system. On this one right here, because the hill, we had such a pitch coming down. New Hampshire requires a T or a baffle inside of the distribution box to slow things down and equalize it. Had we not had this T, and with the high pitch we have, the effluent could potentially come down screaming at a high speed, go right into this first line without really entering the other lines and distributing as needed. As you can see, whenever we're doing precast, I always mark center line. I put arrows on where things are coming and going. That helps me get my dimensions correctly. It's the little things make the job go a lot easier. All right, here a little bit more in depth of the 1250 gallon tank. This is the standard size minimum for New Hampshire 4-bedroom and smaller house. So inside the tank you get probably 4 feet down. This is the inlet side. See, it hits the T-baffle with a screw. And it extends down 8 to 12 inches below the liquid level. And then on this side, over here, the outlet, this is what determines the liquid level. Also has a baffle with a screw. This one calls for a filter, not always the case. But yeah, these screws, you might be asking, hey, why isn't this all welded? If ever in the future you had to snake this pipe or snake that pipe, in theory, you can take off the stainless steel screw, take off the baffle, and run the snake as needed, which is always great for maintenance, future emergencies down the line. Speaking of maintenance, it's always good on these to pump every couple of years. Solids start building up on the bottom. They say whenever it gets to 40%, you want to pump the tank down. You might be asking, hey, what's the point of these baffles? So the way it kind of sits is on the bottom is going to be solids. In the middle is going to be your effluent leaving. And the top is the scum layer. These baffles keep the scum from flowing down to the leach field and allow only the effluent to leave. On this side, the baffles are good. They kind of push all the solids down already. to where they belong. Thanks for watching my first YouTube video. My name is Ben Gillis. I own Caraton Contractors. We're a site and septic contractor here, traveling state, doing excavation, retaining walls, septic systems, you name it when it comes to excavation here in New Hampshire. So that was a wrap of our latest system. It's a stone and pipe out in Rindge. We're working with Chris Lomax, who owns Lomax Excavating out there in Rindge. Beautiful country. Love the drive out there every time. See Chris. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. You have any questions on septic systems, you got a failed system in New Hampshire, feel free to reach out. We can help you out. Thanks. Bye.